Hello, I'm Win, and today we're representing the Group 1 in the Further Programming Project 2 for the tutorial class, Saigon South. So today I'm excited to showcase the back-end functionality for our property management application. So first of all, we will launch the database. I will show you the database of my team. So this is the person. We will have the accounts of tenants, host owners, and manager. We have the payments with all the payments, the property with all the properties, rental agreement, and the relationship between host and property host and rental agreements. So now I would like to launch our application through the jar file. So for the start, you wait for the app to initialize. So as you can see, this is the login page, but for now we will discuss in the visitor view first and come back to the login later. So we click on the continue at visitors. So now you see this is the visitor view, which only have the property sections. So actually other data like users and data is not shown because it is privacy matters. So the property list here is as a table, and you can choose to select which type of property you would like to see with this drop down box with commercial or residential. So if you click on the residential, we show the table for the residential type. So also this will have a wonderful search bar feature, such as which you search for Klein Street. So it will show the address with the property with the address of the Klein Street. And so you can see the ID, the address, the owner, price, and also you can click on the view more data, view more details of this property, and you can see the host here, the owner, the number of bedroom, gardens, and you can see the image of this property. And this is a panel, a carousel panel, so you can see multiple image, and when you click on it, you can see the very big side of it. So now you want to refresh the table, and now we have a sort functions for this table. You have ID to sort owner or price like this, bedroom, and also we have a filter mode. If you click on price and you want the price is less than $1,000 per month, you add the filter, you click on OK, and it's only show residential property with price under $1,000 per month. And now you want to see like bedroom, number of bedroom, so greater than one, you add the features, you choose end, you click OK. The list only have residential property with price under $1,000 per month and with over one bedroom, and this is all two bedroom. So that's all. Now we will move to the login sign up function, and if I am a tenant, I want to create an account of a tenant role. Actually, you can choose the role here like owner or host, but now I want to create function on tenant. So I enter my name, my date of birth of, for example, like this, and the password is like 123456. You can see the password here. But if you enter the email here, but you have the wrong confirmed password, you sign up, we will have the password and confirmed password do not match. And also, if I forgot enter my email, it cannot be done. And also, if I create using an existing email, it's also not be done too. So now I will create like a whole new email, and now sign up successfully. And I will enter my email like this one, password is 1456, login, and it's successfully logged in. So now we've moved to the tenant view. So this is a login, you log in. And now this is the Jen and Marvin tenant account. You will have properties, rental agreement, payment reminders, and personal details. And now in the personal detail tabs, you will have to show the full details of the person. You can update it by type in something like Jenny Marvin, and you save the change. So we see the name here is also updated corresponding. So in the property tabs, all the function is like the same as the visitor one, but we have the filter by history rent, and we will discuss this later. And if you want to rent a property, you want to choose some property that have the status is available, like this one, Doi Mountain, and you press on rent. So these kind of field is initialized and you cannot change it. So for the period, for example, I type in some invalid like ABC and I choose the subtenants. So it will have the arrow here because it would be a valid integers. So I change it to 6, I create, and it's created successfully. So you can see this have changed the status to rented, and the action we cannot rent it anymore because it is not available. So now I want to refresh it. So for the future by history rent, we will have the start date like 2024 1, and the end date is like to date we apply. So we have the Doit Mountain here, the newest one. You can see the history rent of it, and also we can see history rent of all kind of rental contract before it. So click on the history rent of the newest one. We can see the rental fee here. This one is calculated by period multiple with the price per month. So we click on view to see the details of the rental agreement. And so for the subtenant here and the host here, for the host, it is randomly picked two hosts who manage this house to do this rental agreement. So now we can see all the like periods, contract date, rental fee. We can view the payment. Click on this. We see the taser is unpaid, and now it's all the function of it. So move to the rental agreement. You can see all of the rental agreement available here. So the newest one is here, 62 ID. The payment also, you press refresh, and we have the status is paid and unpaid. You switch to unpaid. You can see the amount here is 62. The action is unpaid. The status is unpaid. So for the reminder, it is a tab for host to remind the tenants to send their payment, and we will discuss it about later. So this is the owner view of these applications. Now we log in using owner accounts. So we have Marilyn Hessel here with property, rental agreement, and personal detail. We can adjust the personal detail in this tab also. So move to the property. We can see that these have two commercial and residential type. And now we can see there's one commercial in this Marilyn account. For residential, it's have two. And if you want to add new residential properties, now we have to fill out this residential property form, for example. So for the pet friendly and has garden, we have the toggle button here. We can adjust it like this. And for the host, we can also search for the name of the host that we want to assign, like Wendy or Roland, for example, like this. Okay, and also we can add the image for the property also. Wait a bit time for the image to load. And we can view image also. This is panel. We can view multiple image like this, and now create. Okay, so it creates successfully. We can see this detail here. We can view it with details, years, and we can edit it also. So actually, if we remove this and save, it will also adjust this and also adjust on this view also. So if I click delete, it will soft delete this property because we don't use hard list to protect the data integrity. So for the commercial, we will do the same, add new. So we have many type of commercial one. So this is office. Host, we can also choose this one, add image right here, and create. So yeah, that's all.
Hi, I'm Duy. Now I will demonstrate about the host role in our application. First, I will log in with the host credentials. As you can see here, in the property section, it shows all the properties managed by this host account. Currently, it oversees 2 commercial property and 1 residential property. At the host, you can update the property status. For example, this property is currently marked as available, so I will change it to in the maintenance, like this. After clicking the change button, the status will update immediately, as you can see here. Now, I will talk about the rental agreement section. In here, you can see all the rental agreements that you are involved in. Just like in the property, you can also update the status of these rental agreements. For example, I will change status of this rental agreement with ID 53 from new to active. Next, I will talk about the payment section. In here, you can see all the payment associated with the rental agreements that you are involved in. Now, I will change payment status to unpaid. To see on unpaid payment, and you can see here there are 2 additional buttons in the action column. First, I will talk about the confirm payment button. So to confirm a payment, you just click the confirm payment button here, then select the payment method that the tenant use. For example, it's crypto, and click the confirm payment button here. And you can see the payment will be confirmed immediately in here. And when I refresh, that payment will be appear in the paid payment table. Next, I will talk about the send reminder button. This button allows you to send a reminder message to the associated tenant asking them to make the payment. So let me show you how it works. Okay, you must type the message here. For example, please pay the payment and send reminder. Now I will log in as one of the associated tenants to check if the reminder was sent successfully. So as you can see here, the reminder that I sent earlier was delivered successfully. Finally, I will talk about the host statistics section. Here you will find two charts. The first is a pie chart showing the property status distribution for the properties that you manage. The second is a pie chart displaying the property type distribution, include residential and commercial property that you manage. Next, I will talk about the manager role. So I will log in with one of the manager account here. First, in the property section, it will display all the property in the database, and in here you can also create a new property. However, unlike the owner account, you must select an owner for that property here. So now I will demonstrate the create property feature in the manager account. And you can see here, this is the property that I have created. Unlike other rows, the manager account can see additional column called deleted. This column shows if an entity has been deleted or not. If yes, like this, you cannot delete it again. If no, you can delete it like this. Additionally, you can also edit the property just like the owner can, like this. Next, I will talk about the rental agreement section. In here, you can build on the rental agreement in the system, and you can also have the option to add a new one here. So to add new rental agreement, you will need to fill in some required fields such as owner, property, and host. Initially, the property and host fields will have no option like this. You must first select the owner, and then the corresponding property option will be appear, and then the corresponding host option will be provided. So if you change the owner, all selected property and host will be disappear like this. And now I will fill in the other field. So after filling the required field, you can click the gray button here, and new rental agreement will be created, as you can see here. So as a manager, you can also change the rental agreement status just like the host can, and beside that, similarly to the property section, there is an additional deleted column. So when you delete a rental agreement, all associated payment will also deleted. So next is the payment section. In here you can build all the payment in the system, and you can also confirm payment just like the host can. Next is the user management section. Here you can build on user in the system, and you can change the combo here to see the different role like this. Additionally, you can create new user similarly to the save feature, and you can also edit or delete user like other entity like this, or delete it. Finally, we have the manager statistics section. In here, you can see an overview of the system such as the number of the active tenant, hosts, properties, or rental agreements. Additionally, there are two charts to illustrate the rental chain. The first chart is bar chart showing the top 10 most rented properties, and the second chart is the bar chart display the most rented commercial property type.